the Boston faithful waiting to cheer them on as they get set to take the floor. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Beck, and the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's prime time and at the point guard position. And for Boston, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the 3. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
Ah, we love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Prime time shot is good.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
There's Brown with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, real disappointment last year for sure. They don't want a repeat of that this season.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum's got energy and stamina to last. You see it with how quick he consistently gets out on the break.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. Now I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Jaylen
Brown, good.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him on a rhythm.
Prime time shot is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Tatum. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Edwards. That one misses. White with the defensive effort. Here's Holiday. Randle grabs the board. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Wizards in Washington. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
Porzingis finds Brown. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's primetime. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Celtics trail by 4. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Dishes to Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Alexander Walker.
And the defense of the Timberwolves fan as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
The first one falls. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Taken away by Holiday. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Primetime. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. And that's now 6 points for Primetime. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always ongoing.
Both teams will make substitutions. Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Randall from outside. That shot off. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Raptors. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Randall passes to Conley. Here's DiVincenzo. That shot off. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pritchard passes to Brown. And there's the drive.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Kata. Makes it off the glass. Kata's got his second bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 4. Here's Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. Drops in the layup for 2. Brown's got 6 points.
And there is the improved ball handling of Brown. A strong finish.
1:09 left here in the first quarter. Here's Randall. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Driving to the basket. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Outside Conley. And Boston with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the inside. Here's Horford. No good on the shot. Randall with some nice D. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. DiVincenzo against Brown. In the corner, Horford with it. For the 3. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Edwards is out there with Dillingham. And it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the 5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. And Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
The first free throw is good. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Peterson's checked in, and it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. And Edwards drops them both. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Gobert, and that's good.
Too much. Rudy Gobert can take a lot of contact down low.
Tatum with it. He had 34 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now Dillingham, still without a basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, arguably the most exciting move on draft night was the Wolves trading up to acquire Rob Dillingham with the number 8 pick. Dillingham is known as the top shot creator in this rookie class, but defense has been something to keep an eye on. So where better to go than an elite defensive team that needed just another player to take them over the top offensively? The Wolves look at Rob Dillingham as the potential point guard of the future to replace Mike Conley Jr., guys.
Yes, a big test. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Primetime's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Primetime. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Watch outside.
Edwards kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Ingles. To the paint. Here's prime time. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Tatum. And no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Raptors in Toronto. White, wide open. He fires. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Baseline try, and it's White with the rebound. Boston leading by 4. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. No good on that one. Minnesota shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here he goes. Count it. Dillingham's got 4 points this quarter. And the Celtics with possession here. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Head group substitution now for Minnesota. Some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third.
That's the end of the first half with the score. The Celtics 43, the Timberwolves 41.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at point guard. That's the Boston 5. Here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Yeah, and that screen was really all Tatum needed. Just a little bit more breathing room so he could go to work.
Here's prime time. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Here's prime time. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Boston has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
Plenty of power behind Holiday's slam. He was not holding back.
Prime time, the pass to Edwards. That shot missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Stan, you talk about a stacked... Oh, my goodness! Tatum! Wow!
That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Porzingis, great positioning on the putback. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall. Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Pat, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Edwards against White. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Tatum passes to White. Back to Tatum. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trailed by 8. Randall passes to Primetime. Rebound, Boston. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Over in the corner, White. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota calls timeout. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Gobert finds Alexander Walker. There's the pass to Primetime. No good from outside.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Yeah, Holiday understands when to pick his spots on offense, especially when the mid-range opens up like this.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Brown on him. It's stolen by Brown. Here's White. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Timberwolves trail by 12. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. You've got Anthony Edwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Julius Randle. And it's Primetime. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Boston. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
Alexander Walker passes to Primetime. Out to Edwards. Pass to Primetime. 6 on the shot clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Holiday dishes to Tatum. Pass to Brown. From past the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. To the middle. Here's Primetime. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Great to look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Tatum finds Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randall passes to Primetime. Outside for Randall. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Holiday with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Edwards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Primetime, the pass to Gobert. Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Back to Holiday. Outside White. The three from Tatum. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. And slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And the Timberwolves call time here. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Timberwolves trail by 15. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Randall. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. On the wing, Brown. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Right there.
Here's Primetime. Here's Edwards. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Hey, get on Derek.
In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Well, look, they've done a great job getting the ball to Holiday. He's had the hot hand tonight. I keep looking for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Personal foul, third team foul.
That free throw missing.
The line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
And, you know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. And no good that time. Timberwolves trail by 15. Inside, Primetime. White with the defensive effort.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Holiday, the pass to Brown. Outside, White. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Holiday. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Holiday's got 17 points here in the second half. Alexander Walker passes to Edwards.
Come get it, come get it.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Fades and shoots. Brown, no good. Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Passes to Primetime from downtown. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Celtics leading by 17. And Holiday has it in the corner. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 24 points for Drew Holiday.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Drew Holiday.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Outside, Tatum. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trailed by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.